Let's take a look at the 17-minute replay. Mr. Slickback here, Chronicler, what do you make of the first replay?
I don't appreciate being forced into a villain arc. I just want to highlight that. These are the, I think, the mid-game team fights where you really see RNG at their best, where they're able to dispatch one by one the members of DFM, who never really get the backline access that you're looking for with a LeBlanc. And with a Tryndamere and just
This was the one, to me, that made me go, okay, that's it, RNG have got this in the bag. It was already pretty clear, but this was painful to watch.
Yeah, and RNG, as this series has progressed, I think has just gotten more and more comfortable in how they fight. Even with Xiao getting picked off early here, you see the ability to still, with, I think, a lot of confidence that might not really be apparent initially, the kite-back potential here, and knowing that even though you're down a member, you can still strike, right? And in these extended fights, I think you really see the difference between these two teams. You see the quality of RNG. That's another example. You might be thinking the Gala's face tanking it, but it's not. That's just part of the elaborate bait scheme to try and
26 minutes. Let's say Goomba Stomp here from RNG.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a tough one because they make another play at the Lucian. And I actually thought this ulti, the Sedge ulti that would have went through, aimed for the Yuumi, was going to hit. It didn't. But Aatrox just was in a really good position to chase them down. Once again, fighting through a choke point, which is always going to be a bad call, ended up being a great bubble to catch out the Tryndamere. Way well done. I think he actually Q flashes to get the pick on towards Tryndamere before hopping right out. So these are multiple fights in a row where Detonation Focus Me starts out decently well in the fight.
Yeah.
And then force it, thinking that they can make another catch, and then it ends up backfiring on them.
And it speaks to the testament to the pressure that RNG is able to put on the map. Because looking at this draft, with a Sivir and a Yuumi, I think you can afford to hang back a little bit more. But I think RNG makes that really hard by constantly choking out vision, setting up traps, forcing objectives. So I understand why DFM really felt kind of obliged to keep looking for those engages.
One tower, down nearly 20,000 gold. That is a slow and steady climb from the 5-minute mark. And that is the first game this series in which RNG have won the early game.
Yeah.
Both previous matches have gone the way of DFM. Now, because they are with their backs against the wall, Detonation Focus Me have side selection going into game 4. They need to win this to force game 5, to get Silver Scrapes to play, to have one more shot at advancing to group stages, and maybe making the biggest upset in the history of League of Legends. But they need to win game 4 before that can happen. They've picked blue side. So before we go to break, Chronicler, what's your take on this? This is a pivot. This will be first time they're blue side in the series.
Maybe they get Aatrox. That'd be great. That's a fun champion.
Maybe they get Maokai. Do you think it gets banned even red side?
I think it still gets banned.
Yeah.
I think it still gets banned. Yeah, it's what I said earlier. I think Maokai makes it way harder, even if you are a better team, to actually utilize that, to like get good flanks, set up vision control. None of those really matter against the tree.
Yeah.